crâne.
C'est lui. Ouais, c'est les plus jolis, ça vient de boucher. Il a travaillé avec ça. Ça, c'est celui-là. J'aurais bien voulu garder la vie. Hein?
Ça ressemble.
Et ça. T'as besoin de prendre des cours alors. Ça, c'est le plus important canal. La domination du musée grâce à Pygmy. C'est un des plus importants de la chambre. Tu vois, regarde, on est pratiquement comme ça.
Welcome to the Love Breakfast at the AG Leventis Gallery, which runs parallel to the Venus Paradox exhibition. Ancient sexuality has a long history of making people today uncomfortable, explaining tastefully, literally in this case, and experiencing first-hand Cyprus' ancient erotic history is not an easy task. Each epoch portrays a historical period in ancient Cyprus via my introduction to each course. Ancient erotic life of Cyprus dates back to 10,000 BC, the oldest paradise on earth, an epoch of roaming pygmies, dwarf elephants, and peacocks. It was then that an ancient cult developed during the Neolithic period, when the manifestations of sex grew. Stone representations of various sized phalli gradually began to appear, as in your plate here, which may have preceded those of female form, the earliest of which were stone idols incised with indicating a deep vulva, both now combined in human form. It is my belief today that often antiquity is censored, even systematically mutilated, to fit with contemporary Christian morality.
Avec tout ça en plat.
We are now at the Neolithic period, 10,000 to 3,900 BC, the infusion of the phallus with the vulva, erotic tea leaves of Cyprus. Supla are hand-painted with the cult sexual phallic figurines and female genitals taken from the Cyprus Museum. In Greek, handwritten is the story of ancient erotic symbols of Cyprus art. The sexual fusion of the phallus and the vulva figurines represented the fertility of the earth. So served here are hand-picked herbs from Cyprus landscape and elixir infusion teas. Enjoy.
J'arrivais à brancher le truc tranquillement, ça serait bien. Ça marche pas.
La faïence.
Je l'ai même à la maison.
Oui, ça je sais.
Et je dis pas, mais je dis pas non. Mais le problème c'est quand est-ce que tu
Il faut que tu vois avec lui. Il a insisté parce qu'il avait une expédition, que je t'avais dit. y avait une expédition en Chine. Tout était couvert par l'institut.
C'est avec des gens qui font pas leur boulot que c'est pas facile. Non,
Le problème, c'est que si tu arrives à prendre un ou deux projets avec les Libanais,
Καλημέρα, καλώς ήρθατε. Να σας παρουσιάσουμε το πρώτο μας πιάτο, το οποίο είναι απλό, επαναληφθμένο σε τσορίζο, με μια εναλλακτική του σκοτσέκ, το οποίο πανάρεται με σαλάμι. Έχουμε ένα αφρό από πατάτας και chips από πράσο. Ευχαριστώ.
Είμαστε τώρα στη Chalcolithic εποχή, the Chalcolithic period, 3900 to 2500 BC, the adoration of the female body. Female figurines with swollen bellies, large hips, in a variety of postures from standing cruciforms, squatted and seated positions with emphasized sexual features, pubis naked, and their hands on their breasts. Figurines having both male and female characteristics. Venuses were manufactured as erotic paraphernalia, providing pleasure to the Paleolithic man during his meal. Protagonist on your plate is an egg. The egg is like the seed, which is a symbol of the potential of new life, fertility and rebirth. It is the nest, the shell or the mother's womb. It is the seed of spiritual life. The egg is wrapped in meat. Meat has been linked to manliness. Red meat is strong, traditional, macho, bicep flexing. These oversimplified representations of female and male eating habits may seem outdated, yet they persist. A love affair begins.
mais moi je viens de la décoration. Et c'est quoi? C'est de la...
Mascar.
Les prochains voyages, on les fait en Sibérie.
Tu peux rappeler les logos.
Weil ich Polygon-Dina ja die runter.
Alright, so now we're at the Bronze Age, 2500 to 1050 BC. Passionate urges, berries covered with cream. The rite of the sacred marriage, hierogamia, between a god and a goddess. The 5th century BC historian Herodotus account of his era suggests that ancient societies encouraged the practice of sacred sexual rites not only in Babylonian Cyprus but throughout the Near East. According to Herodotus, and I quote him here, the rites performed at these temples included sexual intercourse, sacred sexual rites. In the temple of Aphrodite, every woman was compelled to have intercourse with some stranger at least once in her life. Many women who are rich and proud and disdain to mingle with the rest drive to the temple in covered carriages drawn by teens and stand there with a great retinue of attendants. But most sit down in the sacred plot of Aphrodite with crowns of cord on their heads. There is a great multitude of women coming and going, passages marked by line every way through the crowd by which the men pass and make their choice. Once a woman has taken her place there, she does not go away to her home before some stranger has cast some money into her lap and had intercourse with her outside the temple. But while he casts the money, it is not a matter of what sum the money is. The woman will never refuse. For what would be a sin, the money being by this act made sacred? So she follows the first man who casts it and rejects no one. After their intercourse, having discharged her sacred duty to the goddess, she goes away to her home. So then the women that are fair and tall are soon free to depart, but some uncomely have long to wait because they cannot fulfill the law. For it was law, for some of them remain for 3 years or more. So food here isn't just what you eat, it's also about how you eat it. The ritual: eat these phallic-shaped bites, topped with raspberry and a blueberry with a tongue, a pincer here. An unconventional cutlery, committing a silver faux pas.
Mais je peux le faire. Oui, tu fais comme une fusée comme ça, Ariane.
Hein? Attends, je fais la fusée Ariane, mais je peux la fusée n'importe comment.
C'est très aphrodisiaque. Par exemple, la anesthésie.
Visite le musique. Alors, tu vois, j'ai tout perdu.
C'est tout unique.
We are now at the Iron Age, 10,050, 305 BC. The cult of the goddess worship. Elixir of Aphrodite, liquid flirtation. Female nude figurines raising their hands in gesture of reverence, exposing their breasts. Astarte, Anasa, Aphrodite, goddess with a sexual purpose. The cocktail is served in a wide-mouthed, shallow bowl coupe shaped as Aphrodite's breast. A sparkling wine is poured. Red berry froth, foam from the siphon spills. I shall wait. There it is. So the siphon spills. This is the froth which Aphrodite came out of. It is a taste of Aphrodite's first flirtation, scandalizing with her lavish excesses and pampered femininity. For whatever pockets of fluid and fatty tissue compromise the female body are liminal and liquid, and therefore others' consumption. Female worship wasn't always tied to fertility. Sometimes it came from a place of lust. Aphrodite's clitoris has been placed?
Yes.
Well done. Enjoy.
Thank you.
C'est la première, la dernière. C'est très ordinaire. Comment ça va? Une seule fois.
Celui qu'on avait.
Oui, prends le shot. Toi,
Non,
on avait quoi?
hein?
C'est quoi?
Celui qu'on avait au centre ici. C'est que le Kia nous a prêté.
Ah, à l'expo.
Mais je lui en
Ça,
donne.
moi, je-
Et celui-là, de Paul Légeois et l'autre. Non, l'autre c'est d'école française, c'est une femme.
Prends la posture que tu avais tout à l'heure, comme ça, c'est génial, je regarde le temps. C'est super.
Mais c'est comment ça?
So we're now in the Hellenistic period, Eros and Psyche, the baker's soft kisses. The reign of the phallus, homosexual love, a society dominated by men who sequestered their wives and daughters, denigrate the female role in reproduction, erect monuments to the male genitalia, have sex with their sons, with the sons of their peers, sponsor public poorhouses, create a mythology of rape. Gods and mortals, men and women, satyrs and nymphs, all fall in and out of lust. Eros holds on one hand a vagina and on the other a phallus, a characteristic discrete disposition of the era. Eros and Psyche, long sensual kiss of pure pleasure. Aphrodite, aphrodisiac. With Hellenized characteristics here, born from the foam of the sea created by the genitalia parts of Uranus, associated with the many lovers, Hephaestos, Adonis, Ares. Served here is the purity of bread, a baker's sweet kiss, with the salt from the sea which Aphrodite rose, and cream, the thick, white liquid that rises to the top when milk is left to stand, and that can be eaten as an accompaniment.
Alors ça donne quoi? Le sel de la mer et non pas le sel de la...
Non, il est délicieux. Il est pas mal l'idée de... On aurait... Vance.
Alright, this is the final one, the Roman era, 30 BC to 330 AD. I send you gibris, pancakes and gift offerings. Lamp fragrances, pancakes and lamp fragrances and explicit sexual scenes on everyday objects. Sex, love, and lust among the gods. Aphrodite and Apollo remain the two most prominent divinities. Sacred gardens and shrines inspired notorious orgies and festivals to ensure health and fertility and pure pleasure. Served here is an orgy of the senses, a rich dessert of pancakes, sweet berries, Zivania spirit delights laid upon on a soft froth bed, unadulterated decadent sweetness. After all, isn't Aphrodite the definition of decadence?
Je crois que c'était moi. Il y en avait une avant moi.
Un divin decadence.
Et moi donc je suis la deuxième personne.
Sì, secondo piatto. Come crema από cheesecake, μικρά pancakes, μπισκότο, λεζεδάκια ζελέ από ζιβανία και κανέλα, μικρά, κάποια κόκκινα φρούτα. Αυτό.
Right.
Qui est décadence.
Decadence. The sweetness.
Ah.
It's in the taste. It's like a decadent taste.
Zivania taste. Jelly.
Thank you.
Thank you. Jelly Zivania, c'est vraiment. Maxime, il y a surtout jelly Zivania.
T'es pas censé savoir ce qu'il y a.
Oui, mais ça c'est différent. Là, il est cuit. C'est ça, hein? Ah non, ça c'est pas ça.